Hello my friends. My last video at about 7 minutes, something interesting happened. And you may or may not have noticed it yourself. But I wanted to replay that part of the video for you, just show that clip, and to explain the backstory of what happened. So I was filming. I was sitting about 7 feet from the camera, and right in the middle of the filming, I'm going to call it a blob, emerged kind of from the ground area. I didn't see its emergence, I just saw it coming upward. And the blob was 2 feet by 2 feet, a little bit bigger than that. And it seemed like it was made out of light and dark. And it moved up and went up through the trees and out of view. So I've obviously spent a lot of time in the woods, and I've not seen anything like this. And I wasn't even going to tell anybody about it because I was just going to say, oh, I saw a blob in the woods. But it showed up on film, and showed up very clearly in the sense that it was exactly what I saw, essentially. So without any further explanation, I want to show you that clip, and then we can talk about it afterwards.
It doesn't mean that we can't hold to an idea or hold to a conviction, but we are always open to
Okay, so what do you think that was? I've shown it to a fair amount of people by now and asked people their ideas. And it's interesting to watch people's responses to this or reactions to this. And I'm going to say often it's reaction because I'm going to suggest that when we encounter something like this isn't just about a mysterious forest ghost in the woods. This is about ourselves. Because what we think about it reveals, maybe to ourselves, something about what we think about the world. Some people that I've spoken to, they really want a rational explanation. And so trying to think of something that could account for it. I had some kids over and they were talking about a cloud of insects or spores from a mushroom. Other people I know live in a very magical world and don't even try to find a rational explanation. My mind kind of explores all those possibilities and says, is there something that, most people would see or think of as a reality that could account for this observation? Or is it something that can't be explained? I imagine some people would look at my reaction in the video and say, well, probably he is actually super good at video editing and created a animation or something inside there. If only I had such powers. And then, but my reaction might seem like that because I'm not surprised or and just seem kind of bemused. The whole thing had a good feeling to me, and there wasn't any sense of it being unnatural, if that makes sense. So things like this are fascinating to me, not so much, again, because they are unexplained, but because they are revealing. They're revealing in regards to our self-concept. Another good friend of mine said, why don't we pay more attention to these anomalies? They might be showing us something about our world, about ourselves, but we tend to dismiss them as not a big deal. But This one, I can assure you, was something that I personally can't explain via any of the normal explanations. And again, having spent a lot of time in the woods, I think I would have noticed if it was a cloud of insects or if it was spores from a mushroom. I know what mushrooms create the spores and how that works, and I'm pretty aware of my environment. So I don't know. This was odd. Share your thoughts down in the comments. And if you want, share not just your reflective thoughts after you've heard me talk, but your first reaction. What was this? Because that might be fun for us all to kind of lay bare a little bit and say, here's what my mind first went to. Very revealing for me. Maybe it is for you too. All right. Love to you all. Can't wait to see what you have to say in the comments.